we are taking a closer look at the MAD1 Red. The MAD1 Red is the brainchild of Max Büsser, the man behind MB&F, a brand that has created some of the most creative and wild watch creations in watchmaking history. Originally, the MAD1 in blue was exclusive to the friends and the tribe of MB&F, so the friends are essentially the suppliers they work with and the tribe are the people who own an MB&F. So the MAD1 in red is now available to a wider audience. The initial release, seen here on the left, has blue accents, a slightly different bezel, a rather unique looking crown, and it comes on a grey strap. This blue edition is also still available today and will continue to be so alongside the red one. So the blue will remain exclusive to the MB&F friends and tribe. Now, other than the details just mentioned, the blue and red versions are essentially the same watches. So if you want to get a better understanding about the vision behind the MAD1, definitely check out the original MAD1 Blue video on the channel where we discuss this in detail with Max Büsser himself. I'll drop a link in the description. Now, moving to this red beauty, the MAD1 Red. The first thing you'll notice is that it looks unlike anything you've ever seen before. So the watch features a lateral time display. There are two aluminum rotating cylinders, one black showing the hours and one red indicating the minutes. So the numbers are engraved in the cylinders and filled with Super LumiNova. Instead of reading the time top down like you would on pretty much any other watch, you read the time here on the side and at 6 o'clock. So it's surprisingly comfortable and easy to read the time in this way once you get used to it. Then, where you would normally expect to find a dial, you are now greeted by the star of the show, the triple blade winding rotor in titanium and tungsten. They managed to bring the rotor to the front of the watch by essentially working with an inverted modified Miyota movement. So this is a technique that we can also find in past MB&F creations, for example. The rotor spins plenty thanks to a unidirectional winding system that allows the rotor to spin easily and at very high speed. It's an automatic movement, of course, and the listed power reserve is actually 60 hours, which is more than what the base caliber offers. Now, at the flick of your wrist, the winding rotor goes wild. All the blades have thick Super LumiNova inserts, and honestly, when the lights go out, this watch is absolutely bonkers. The case is about 19mm thick and 42mm wide. Definitely not a small watch, and it will struggle to fit under most shirt cuffs. But then you wouldn't want to hide this watch now, would you? So the case is also fascinating on its own, and I cannot overstate that enough. It's essentially all glass, seamless at first glance. So all glass, yet every important corner or edge is somehow protected by steel. Not only does that look very interesting, it's of course also very useful. The case is a work of art in and by itself. Notice the unique lug design and then the way the steel base somehow cradles that mineral glass case, and how that glass case then flows into the steel bezel, and that then almost seamlessly transitions into the domed sapphire crystal. I absolutely love it. This is easily the most interesting and visually pleasing watch case in my very modest watch collection. So this watch is a lot of fun. Now, that said, it is certainly not for everyone. I think you either love this or absolutely hate it, and I don't think there is much room in between here. And that is perfectly fine. So I absolutely love it. And if you have been following along a little bit, you might have noticed I kind of like watches and am fascinated not just by the watches themselves, but also by the people that create them. And then you might also have noticed I'm not a big fan of the creative laziness that sometimes rolls over the broader watch industry, but I'm that much more excited when something truly new and creative hits the scene. So MB&F and Max Büsser are one of the few that truly carry the banner for creativity in the watch industry. Just look at any of the past MB&F releases, they're all essentially works of art. Not only that, but Max and his team are almost annoyingly nice and friendly people. So generally some of the nicest people in the industry. So the second I saw that there was a potential opportunity to buy one of their creations, I was all in. Now, I was not the only one, by the way, so since the last time I checked, there were more than 24,000 people who signed up to the lottery that could hand them a golden ticket to buy one of these MAD1s. And also about that, kudos to the MAD team for managing the launch in such a way. While not making it any easier for themselves, I'm sure, they actually allowed people to sign up over the course of a few weeks, which keeps it nice and relaxed for the potential customers, and it takes away, that insane anxiety or stress some of us experience when trying to order a watch that they really want, but that then gets dropped at a random hour of the day and then sells out in mere seconds. So I really like how they try to also manage the launch in such a respectful way. A brand that actually respects its customer is not always a given in this industry. A lot of brands should take a very close look at what Max Büsser and team have done here in more ways than one, and consider this a learning opportunity. So in a nutshell, yes, I love this watch and everything it represents. Now before we go, let's do this one more time just because we can.